You know who else is still undefeated? Alexander Usyk for him.
That is.
What a fight we just witnessed.
Ebbs and flows.
It was. And thankfully, sign of the cross, Turkey al-Sheikh, savior of boxing, has pumped enough money into it that judges don't need to be corrupt anymore. They can actually just call it how they see it.
Yeah, I think I scored correctly.
Yes. Like, that is a completely fair score. All right. So the one judge that gave it to Fury, like we both said before the announcement actually happened, it's either a draw or it's Usyk wins. So, Usyk winning a split decision is still Usyk winning.
I did call a split decision to you, though, before the fight.
You did.
I said Usyk by split decision. I should have put money on it.
Which was a good call. Definitely a good call.
Should have put cash.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Didn't.
That's what Tyson will be doing all night.
Oh, yeah. Could have done so much more, but also he was doing a lot at the same time.
Yeah, he lasted a bit longer than what I thought he would tire a lot earlier. So he's obviously worked on his cardio in this camp.
I think his distance helped him.
Yes.
Like his reach. Usyk struggled with that a bit. And then probably about the 8th.
Yeah.
It's sort of started to pick it up. And that was when he really had Fury on the back foot.
As he usually does.
Yeah, well, it's just funny though, because Fury's like, "Oh, I'll show you how to fight a little man and shit," because of how we beat AJ, and then
you sure about that?
And then he goes out there and I don't know, doesn't use his size and his weight.
His foot says whack.
Like he went out there and did everything that AJ did. Really, yes,
Yeah.
Yes, he did it better and had more success probably from rounds through 2 to probably 8. No, 3 to 8 roughly.
Yeah, I'd say 3 to at least 3 to 7. Yeah. 3 through 7 were all Fury's rounds. He seemed to be like after the first 2 rounds where Usyk came out real strong. And even though Usyk came out real strong in that 3rd round as well, Fury really seemed to find his rhythm exactly like you said, used his distance, was popping that jab and then throwing that uppercut to either the body or upstairs when Usyk was making his way in.
I think he realised the reach was what was going to be his biggest advantage after them first 2 rounds.
Yes.
And then he was doing well too with the body shots. Like he was sneaking them around that elbow.
Yeah, he did well.
Because of his long reach.
It's only the reach that allowed him to do it. It's like I struggled to see how he was going to be able to do it against like his frame being so much bigger compared to Usyk's. I couldn't see how he was going to be able to actually get down there and do it, but he managed to do it most of the fight.
Yeah, he was getting around Usyk's elbows when Usyk was tucking up. He was landing uppercuts, and uppercuts to the body.
Yeah.
Usyk was starting to breathe heavy too.
Yeah, he was. Like, he seemed a little bit more but that was just
AJ.
It was the nature of the beast. It's like if you've got somebody that big and like that athletic in front of you, like constantly moving, feinting, not using his weight as much as I thought he would have. Really didn't lean on him at all.
Yeah, no. And I think it was, as I said to you through the fight, Fury's being made to think here.
Yes.
A lot more than he's had to think in any fight that he's had.
I think they both did, but Fury more so.
Well, I think, Usyk's been made to think. Fighting at cruiserweight.
True.
And then, coming up and fighting, I don't know, Chisora comes forward. That fight wasn't all Usyk's
And,
way.
he went 24 rounds with AJ, who had the potential to fucking put his lights out if he got the right shots together.
Yeah, and they were... AJ was outclassed in them, but they were still chess matches.
Yeah.
If anything, Usyk's been involved in more boxing matches compared to Fury.
Yes. Yeah, you're right there.
Fury is a good boxer, but Usyk's just been in more boxing matches.
Yeah.
And he didn't allow Fury to use his size. He was putting pressure on Fury from the jump.
Oh, yeah. Even those rounds that Fury seemed to be dominating, it was almost still like Usyk still dictated the pace of the fight a little bit.
He was still the aggressor.
Yeah.
He was just getting done by the reach.
Yes.
And then I think he realised he had to come forward and be in that inside Fury's reach. Because as soon as he was inside Fury, I don't know, he backs out strangely. Like he's almost got like his chin sort of straight in the air, but then like goes to put his arms out.
Yeah, he does have a very like awkward, well, if you notice, Sugar Hill was saying to him a lot in the corner. I noticed at least maybe like 5 or 6 times in between rounds, he was saying like, stop crossing your legs when you're doing this or when you're doing that. He constantly said to him, stop crossing your legs, which is also something that he does when he makes his way out. He like sort of puts his front foot over his back foot, which is just sort of common knowledge for boxers to not do. That's not, you move with your back foot first.
Yeah, I think it's because he's got that reach.
Yeah, that allows him to move so awkwardly usually. But against somebody like Alexander Usyk, who's constantly cutting angles
and coming forward
while cutting angles, while changing heights.
Like that 9th round.
That 9th round was absolutely insane.
It could have been stopped.
It could have been stopped, 100%.
But like what the ref done was the right call at the time.
Yeah.
Like if the ropes weren't there, Fury's down. So he has to stop. He has to at least call the knockdown.
Especially for somebody like Tyson Fury, he's been shown to have absolutely superhuman recovery powers. So it's like if you're going to give anybody a 10 count, it's Tyson Fury.
Yeah, for sure. And
like you need to give him the benefit of the doubt.
It was timed right, and then I do think it was dragged out a bit long though, like after the count. To come here, fucking
that felt like a little bit. But at the same point in time, he didn't look like he was all right. So maybe the ref was just doing some extra assessing.
Yeah, I don't know.
The ref did a really good job.
He did, but it was just. I'm just saying it was a bit strange.
It was a little bit strange.
It was a bit long. That not the count. What happened after the count was a bit.
But fucking what a crazy sequence, hey! I reckon he hit him with at least like 15 shots.
Yeah, and it was that left.
Yeah, that overhand left, like we just said, that being on the inside, changing heights, hitting him in the body, coming over the top with that.
Yeah, and Fury was trying to get out. He wasn't trying to engage, really.
With his chin up in the air and his arms out, you said.
And he got tagged.
Yeah. And
then with the accuracy Usyk's got, it was a good shot, but I don't think it's the power.
No, it's the same. It's the same as
the accumulation of shots.
It's the same as Lomachenko. It's like Lomachenko's never been like a power puncher, but it's the constant, the fact that he can just land that shot most of the time whenever he wants. And once it started getting through the 7th, he started picking up the pace. The 8th starts landing just that left hook at will. Pretty much whenever he wanted, just stepping inside, throwing those light jabs, left hook, bang, over the top.
Getting around Fury's jab.
Yeah.
Because I think he realised by that time, Fury's good at feinting, but Usyk's too smart. If you watch Fury, he double feints.
A lot of the time.
The majority of the time. So okay, he's going to double feint here, and now the jab's coming, I'll step around that. Once Usyk sees that so many times, he knows what's... he knows that jab's coming, and then Fury's going to try and throw that right.
And that's why Fury was having success in those middle rounds, because his punch selection was so out of order. He was just going, I'll lead with a right uppercut kind of thing. So he was landing those shots. And then as he started to tire, he reverts to, like you said, just stock standard, what he's used to.
Yeah, and then the 10th.
Yeah.
Usyk just takes the round off, sort of, I think.
But still manages to win it.
Yeah, but wins the round. But doesn't go forward like you would expect. At least the first 30 seconds. And try and tag Fury and see if he's still fucked after what happened in the night. But yeah, from then on, I think it was the Usyk show. Rounds 10 through 12.
Oh, yeah. He easily won the first 2 rounds and then the back half of the fight, hands down.
Yeah, he just done what Usyk does. He just comes on strong late.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, He's gonna be there for 12, and he's gonna be in your face. And like as I said to you, he's making Fury think that much. Like, it's not the fact that Fury's having to think. I think it's like you don't get a time to not think over 36 minutes. Like, Fury's trying to showboat and play to the crowd, like to make it look like he's more in control. But Usyk was really starting to come home.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all just it's a ploy to make people think he's doing more than he actually is.
Yeah, and then
because if he thinks it, then if he thinks he's winning, then obviously he must be winning.
And then what about the end of the fight? After it's all said and done, we get the scorecards. What was it? I think 116, 112 Usyk, 113, 112 Fury, 113, 112 Usyk. Is that right?
Yeah, something to that effect. 114, 113 was the last card.
Right, so it was 114, 113, both of them cards, but they were just the opposite ways around.
No, I think the card that had it for Fury was 114, 112.
Oh, right. I thought that was the same. Regardless, anyway, Usyk won.
Yeah.
And then we hear from Usyk. No one has a fucking clue what he's saying, but they all cheer. It's great. I love it.
Oh, yeah, because he's just a fucking good dude. Like,
and then Fury.
Yeah.
Oh, they gave it to the man whose country's at war. No.
What? Like,
now you know how it feels to be Francis Ngannou if you feel you won that fight.
What kind of a statement is that to make? Oh, they sided with him because his country's at war. What?
No, you were just beaten.
No. You're lucky that you didn't get stopped.
Like that knockdown was a big part in that fight.
Yeah.
Like that was a defining moment in that fight.
Bro, he's just lucky that it was a 6'3" Ukrainian and not the 6'6" black man sitting at ringside who wants to tear your spine out through your throat.
Bro, he's lucky there was 30 seconds left in the round, not a minute.
Yeah, it would have been over.
30. Usyk would have stopped him.
100%. Like the commentator said, and it was a good point to make, which they don't usually do. But even through all like the knockdowns that he had through Wilder, he's never looked that hurt in his career.
Yeah, no, he was out on his feet.
Yeah.
He was done. He was lucky that bell went.
Yeah, even if there was 15, 20 more seconds in that round, he would have hit the canvas and been gone.
Yeah, he would have struggled to get back up from the accumulation of shots that he just copped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought what he said was whack after.
Oh, it was absolutely ridiculous. Like, he should have, like, it's one thing to say, oh, I think I won that fight, when, like, to sully the fact that somebody's just won an undisputed heavyweight championship, like, that's one thing to take that step, and then to take it a step further and make some, like, pseudo-racist comment towards him. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what? Like, why did you even need to bring that up?
Yeah. So do you want him to hit you harder next time or something?
He's like, oh, I want the rematch. I think I won. Yeah, fair enough. You think you won, just say that. And
yeah.
Just leave it at that. Especially then. Like, let Usyk have his moment, man. He beat you.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was that or a draw. The 1 point, I suppose. You can maybe make a case for it. And say Fury won, you know, one or two of them late rounds, sort of. But I don't think that it should have been scored any other way.
Usyk was still landing the cleaner shots. And then like we saw in the CompuBox stats afterwards, it was like, landed shots were 150 to 170, and the percentage was 31% to 41%. There's a 10% difference in landed shots. Yeah. Usyk threw more, landed more for a better percentage. That's how fucking scoring works.
I think he might. Did he throw more or less?
No, he.
And landed more. And Fury threw more and landed like less anyway.
I'm not exactly sure. I feel like Usyk threw a little bit more.
Right.
He threw a little bit more, but he landed like significantly 10% more of his punches.
Like, he landed the more eye-catching shots.
Yeah, consistently
Especially-
throughout the fight. Even in the rounds that Fury was controlling, he still landed eye-catching shots.
But especially like the first and second, he still landed. He landed that left hand like right on fucking the button
Yeah.
on Fury, and like from there, he was having success with that left when he decided to stay in the pocket and try and punch between Fury's shots. And then as he turned it up, he had success.
Yeah. So fucking congratulations to Alexander Usyk
Yeah, and
for hopefully shutting Tyson Fury up for a little while, but
we know it won't because
we know it won't.
But
I'm scared to open my phone because I'm like, I already
Usyk
know
will
that
do it again.
there is not a social media app that I can open right now where I'm not going to have John Fury's bloated red fucking face yelling at me.
I'm actually like interested to see what he says because, as like me and you said, he was very silent in that fucking ring.
And well, actually, I need to like take a step back and, like I said myself just before, he is a fucking wanker when it comes to pre-fight stuff, but generally after fights, he's pretty like clear-headed. It's weird.
Yeah, it's
Poster child for bipolar.
yeah. I'm just keen to see how he takes Tyson's first loss.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Tyson's going to take Tyson's first loss. Do you reckon he makes it back in October, or do you reckon he just fucking...
I think that's motivation to keep him there.
You reckon?
I think if he had done Usyk in tonight, I think he doesn't really
Yeah.
feel he knows where to go. But he got beat. He can come
And I
back.
mean-
he can possibly beat Usyk.
One of the first things he said was like, yeah, rematch in October.
Yeah, so he could come back, possibly beat Usyk. You never know, and then we'd probably see him versus AJ, and then he'd probably run off into the distance, I'd say.
Yeah.
Which you couldn't blame him.
I'm also really interested to see what AJ has to say. It's going to be so hard.
Well, all he has to say is it's not that easy, is it?
Yeah.
That's pretty much all there is to it. After all the shit that Fury spoke, like, not with what he said. Like, he's this week, Usyk's fucking real tough challenge, right?
Yeah, he's the best fighter I've ever been in the ring with.
Yeah, talking all that shit, but like, let's not forget what you were saying 12 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, he's shit. He's a middleweight. He's not in my era. He's not in my league. Like,
Yeah. I'm going to do him in fucking 2 rounds.
yeah, and then all of a sudden, he's the best fighter you're going to be in the ring with.
Yep.
Now stick with the same energy you had before.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be some interesting interviews over the next week.
And also, he did say, if he loses to Usyk, that must mean he's no good.
Oh, yeah, that must mean he's no good, hey.
So,
Which is the dumbest comment to make of all time. Oh, yeah,
Must be
losing to a
fucking shit.
2-time Olympic champion who's won like every championship that he's ever been in contention for.
yeah.
Oh, you must be
Undisputed.
terrible.
Yeah, was undisputed at cruiserweight. It must be fucking shit house.
Yeah.
Come up, beat AJ. Must be shit house.
Yeah, you lost to like if we're going to go by like triangle theory of boxing here, it's like Francis Ngannou was the baddest man on the planet. And Ngannou got knocked the fuck out by AJ in 2 rounds. And Usyk beat the shit out of AJ for 24 rounds. That's the baddest man on the planet right there.
Yeah, because he also
So you must be terrible.
Because he also beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. Like you said, close fight, good decision. Excited to see a rematch.
Yeah. Because we know Fury loves a rematch.
Oh, yeah. He's been known for it.
And we know Usyk does great in rematches.
Does what?
He does great.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's interesting.
It'll be very... Jesus, just throw my shit on the floor.
Like, it'll be interesting to see what way Fury goes.
Yeah, whether he just tries to go, like, absolutely all out. Because that's the thing. He doesn't have an O to protect anymore.
Yeah, no, will he try and slim down more? Or will he try and put on weight so his punches have that bit more sting on him.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
Because if his punches had a bit more on him, he could have hurt Usyk.
Yeah, there's a couple of times that he tagged him pretty good.
Yeah, but he just didn't rock him.
Mm.
Whereas if he probably had that little bit more weight behind him, he probably
very debatable.
Probably stops it. He could have tagged him a couple of times and stopped him, but I'm just intrigued to see what way he goes. Does he put on beef? Does he try and slim up to be able to move?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's a better decision. Because we know Usyk's not going to do anything different. He's just going to do what he did, but again and better.
Yeah, he's probably just going to turn it up earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, so that you don't win those other rounds.
Yeah. He'll just make more of a point of it this time.
And he's probably got Fury worked out. I mean, at least that style of Fury anyway.
Yeah, and he could possibly stop Fury.
Oh, it was very, very close. Like you said, it was extremely close to happening in the 9th round. If there was 15 more seconds, 20 more seconds, it would have been over.
Yeah, that's why I think with another camp fighting Fury again, I think he possibly stops him late. I think Usyk will realise now because he put on 2 pounds, which isn't much, but I think he knows now he doesn't have to be that big.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to put on any more weight to beat Fury.